Yeah, overall, their intensity took us out of the game. In those ways, we weren't good in any part of the game. Passing was nowhere near good enough, but the intensity changed the game in that regard, and we didn't deal well with it. We expected it, Darby. And then, no matter what, when you play them, you got to deal with a certain number of plays that just go towards Ebro. And so on the night, we did terrible with that. We don't have enough guys that have really good games, but again, in the way the game went, their intensity, the physical part of the game, and we expected that because that's what you get in derbies. So that's where we've got to still grow and get better.
The players, Carlos included, keep pushing there towards the end. They grab the consolation goal. Afterward, he goes straight over to the supporters. You go straight over, and you guys have a conversation. I mean, what do you guys talk about?
Yeah, same. Just hey, look, this is the next step for us as a team. And on a night like that maybe the football doesn't come easy at the beginning, but there's an intensity that matches theirs. We get through stretches where maybe for periods there's no real great football, but we don't give anything away. And then little by little we grab a hold of the game and we deal with it. We start to put it more on our terms. But yeah, on the night we weren't able to do that.
Bob, the second goal in particular, you had a kind of way of dealing with Zlatan crosses. He kind of got lost in the shuffle there. Is that a moment where Jordan's kind of stranded there and his center backs need to be ready to help him out, or how does that come about?
Look, one of the things that they do is from anywhere in the field, they're going to put balls toward the back post. I'd need to see the replay. Maybe it's a play where Tyler doesn't need to be back on the goal line. All right? Could a center back get there? I'm not sure. All right? So certainly as we prepare for the game, part of what we say is that he's drifting to the back post. He does it every game. The ball sat up there a long time. And so, at the end of it, we fail to deal with it in a way that, in the right way.
Any comments about Ibro's performance overall, or maybe his conduct after that first goal?
Look, he scored 3 goals for us, so I'm not getting into the rest. As a team for us, there are times you play against certain teams and there's a guy that is a strong personality, and we've got to continue to have a way to take our football and make it so good and so strong that we don't, at the end of the day, have to deal with all sorts of questions about him. But tonight, he comes through. But there's a bigger part to it, just in terms of the intensity that they had and how that, for me, knocked us away too much from things that we try to do all the time.
One more question.
That first goal, was it just a matter of them staying up there too, or it got control?
Eddie jumped for the first ball, it came loose, and we don't step up fast enough. For me, I think as a team, once it comes loose, we should be over. We backed off. As a team, we dropped off too much. That's not the way we defend. So, they're going to aim goal kicks and long balls for them. And so you can't win them all, but when the ball comes loose as a pack, we've got to be stronger to push towards him and be able to play faster. And so we backed off a little bit and gave him a little bit of room.
Bob, the testiness on both sides, is that typical of a match like this, or was that anything out of the ordinary for you?
No, I expected intensity. Again, without replays, I can't speak to what some of the different plays look like. And when you lose a game like this, I'm not talking about the referees. So, there's intensity. And in that regard, I thought they obviously won more battles, came away with more 50-50 balls, and disrupted the game in a way that we don't do enough. And when we did have chances going forward, too many times when we try to play through balls too hard, shots from outside the box that go over. Those are signs of kind of losing track of the game and letting the other team push you away from the things you do best.